Secretary, you're also the founder of Go Negosyo and you're known for mentoring MSMEs. At this point in the pandemic, what are your most basic pieces of advice to struggling businesses?
First, we have our mentoring sessions 3 times a week on Go Negosyo Facebook, 3 times a day, 5 times a week, and that's happening. And my advice to many of our MSMEs is, and I've always shared this with them, is you have to have a plan. You have to remain cash flow positive, and if you turn cash flow negative at a certain point in time, don't wait before it depletes your entire working capital or even your family savings. Close the business for the time being, because it's not going to be worth wasting all your family savings, and it'll create more problems for you. That's my advice to many of our entrepreneurs. And look at where you can pivot. No? uh, People are moving into agriculture, agribusiness. That's an opportunity. If you are digital savvy, look at the digital platforms. Or if you have enough, wait it out. No? You have to wait it out. Don't just be brave and say, look, kaya ko to. No, this is not the time. This is not even a issue of skill of an entrepreneur. It is not the fault that we have this big pandemic health issue. So there are times when you have to pause, and if you can't make it through, then pause.
Secretary, can I just prompt you on that? I mean, you mentioned agriculture, you mentioned the digital space, e-commerce, certainly. Any other things that any other areas that might be areas to consider for pivoting?
Well, you can see in this pandemic, there's so many new entrepreneurs that entered these Viber communities, housewives selling their own special delicacies, their family favorite meals, and that is actually creating competition for all those offline restaurants who are doing deliveries as well. So aside from having offline people have restaurants having problems, they now have greater competition. So this whole pandemic has created also a lot of entrepreneurs. So I think that's the way forward. I mean, on aside from digitalization and agriculture, look at other forms of the transportation is going to open up. So there are opportunities there. Hopefully, they will allow Angkas to come back, because there's about 30,000 riders out there. So that will give now jobs or business opportunities for these riders. Of course, with digitalization, deliveries have done very well. No, all Lalamove, Food Panda, and all these other platforms, LBC, DHL, everybody is benefiting from the digital growth right now on Lazada, Shopee, and many other local platforms.